Hi, welcome back to the channel. This week I'm looking at an old forgotten techno technique, and that is a front cut. And essentially what a front cut is, it cuts the front of a kick or a snare to add attack. Now given that's where the transient is, you might think that's a bit counterintuitive, but stick with me. And going off on a little bit of a tangent for a sec, techniques like this is really why this era of music making was so cool, the early 90s. It was a combination of people not really knowing what they're doing and also experimenting. There was no YouTube or anything like that, so people just experimented, people had fun, and if it sounded good, then it was good. Because what I'm about to show you is basically a cardinal sin of music production. And yet, it works really, really well. So all we currently have here is just a 99 kick. Very, very boring. But we want to give that a bit more attack. So obviously we can increase the attack like so. All the way up. I quite like the tone of that. I don't really want to go all the way to 100. I don't like the sound of that. But I also want to ensure that this kick cuts through in the mix. And at the moment, it might not do that. Obviously I don't have a full mix here to show you, but conceptually you'll understand. Let's just render this out to a sampler now. So take one kick, like so, and let's render this out. Add a sampler track, and then we'll drop in that rendered kick into the sampler. And we can just copy that MIDI over, and we'll play this back, and it should sound exactly the same. Perfect. Now let's go and analyze our kick here. And we have the bit of attack here, we have the transient, so the main peak of the sound hitting here, then we get the body down here. Now when you're editing a sample, you should, with the exception of this technique, as we all know, you should cut the sample exactly on the zero crossing, the 0 point, which is here. And in fact, you can have Cubase, and I'm sure a lot of doors snap to that point. So when you cut, it's perfect. And the reason for that is because if you do it anywhere else, you get a click. Where the waveform starts above the zero crossing, you get quite a nasty click. And you don't really want that. Unless, of course, that's at the start of your sound. So let's go over to our sample here. And let's drag this across. And let's chop it. Let's go right at the peak, right here. So we get rid of all this sound. And the first time this sound plays is right at the peak here, but completely off the zero crossing. Let's duplicate this again. And we'll loop these bars here. Let's go like that. And on the second one, let's remove that. So here we have cut. And then here we have no cut. So can you hear it? The first one, the one with cut, has a lot more impact. That initial transient really cuts through now. It's a lot more prominent. And obviously we can further play with this starting point to further sculpt the sound. Make it a bit more muted by doing it there. Or bringing it forward, then you get all of this attack phase here. But that's essentially what we started with. So actually I quite like where we had it. And even doing that, you can really hit the difference. Right there I think is working well. Perfect. Let's duplicate this one more time. This is actually quite a useful trick in Psy where you may have a kick. So I'm just going to drag one of my own ones in and we'll play this back. Make sure this is soloed. So I really like that kick. I really like the body of it. But for this project, I think it needs to have a bit more attack. So let's go to our starting point. Zoom right in. And you can see here, obviously it starts at a 0 point, and then it slowly ramps up to around here is the peak. But I think I want to chop it around here, but we'll see, let's play. So there it's a bit muted. I think there is where we're working. Back to the start. Again, it's a bit muted. Let's put it back to there. Much better. So there we go. If you have a kick or a snare or something that's very, very transient, you really like the sound of, but it's just not cutting through, try a front cut. It just might save you. Thanks for watching. I'll be back soon with something else. We'll see you then. Bye.